everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B2 level writing lesson. Today we're going to be working on writing a narrative and using varying sentence lengths to build suspense. So do you like suspense? So who do you think is after Sergio? When was the last time that you watched a suspenseful movie? Can you remember the plot of the movie? Who were the main characters and what were the main events? In suspenseful movies, the director often uses lighting or certain scenery to keep us guessing. Can you remember any details about the movie that kept you on the edge of your seat? All right, for the past 3 nights, we're going to read the first part of this first-person narrative. So you can pause the video, read on your own, or follow along as I read. For the past 3 nights, I've been sleeping under this bridge with only a blue blanket smelling of dirt and rotten food, and a backpack with all my remaining possessions, a photo of my family, a toothbrush, an old t-shirt, and a pen. There's a puddle next to me from the rain that has gotten through the bridge. I want to drink it because I'm so thirsty, but I know I shouldn't. I remember it smelled terrible when I first made this spot my home, but by now I don't even notice it anymore. I'm shaking. I'm not sure if it's because I'm cold and wet or because I'm scared. I'm so tired I can barely think. So what do we learn about Sergio in this part of the story? Well, that he's been sleeping under a bridge for 3 nights. He only has a few personal possessions. He's tired, cold, hungry, and scared. What adjectives tell how he felt? Again, scared, tired, cold, wet. And look for the shortest sentence. Does it describe an action? So the shortest sentence, I'm so tired I can barely think. Not really, it describes a state, not really an action. Alright, so without returning to the story, can you remember where Sergio is, how he feels, what possessions he has with them? And at this point, why do you think he's in this situation and what has happened? And you could put your ideas in the comments if you'd like. Now read the next part of the story and answer the questions. It had been almost a week now since I had been on the run from the man in the black coat. I couldn't stop thinking about what he had done. The terrible image would not leave my mind, and even worse, the way he looked at me when he noticed that I had been watching the whole time. I am the only witness, and I know that he won't stop until he finds me. And then what? What will he do? So how long has Sergio been on the run? Well, he says it's been almost a week. Who is he running from? The man in the black coat. And what did Sergio see? What is he witness to? We don't really know, it's just we know it's something terrible. So what effect do the questions in the narrative have on the reader? It probably makes you want to keep reading to see if the writer will reveal the answers to those questions. It's a way of building suspense. So to make a story interesting, you should use sentences of different lengths. We often use short sentences to describe what we see and feel. I felt cold and frightened. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't move. I saw him clearly. I was sure it was the same man. We can use questions to describe what we're thinking. What is going to happen? Am I safe? Will this be the end? So you're here on this dark, deserted street. So write 5 sentences to explain how you feel. Write 3 sentences to express what you can see or can't see. And write 3 interesting questions for the reader. And be sure to put those in the comments. So we'll read the final part of the story. I close my eyes. I need to get some sleep. But wait, I hear footsteps. My heart is beating faster and faster. Is it him? I see the shadow of a tall man. He's coming toward me. I grab my backpack and run. My feet are pounding the road. I'm struggling to breathe. He's following me. My backpack falls to the ground. I leave it and keep running. I turn right, left, hoping that he'll lose track of me. I can hear him breathing. I feel something touch my arm. Was that him? So why are there mostly short sentences? And what effect does this have on the reader? Well, the short sentences are showing his actions and his feelings, and they kind of create a sense of urgency. Find the sentences containing verbs ending in ing, and what do these verbs describe? So my heart is beating faster and faster. He's coming toward me. My feet are pounding the road. I'm struggling to breathe. He's following me. I keep running. So they all show motion or action that is happening right in the moment. And what tenses does the author use and why? Well, he uses present and present continuous because he's describing what is happening in real time. And why does the story end with a question? Again, it's to leave the reader wanting to know more. So you can use verbs ending in ing to describe action. The alarm was ringing, people were rushing past me, I was screaming inside, the rain was soaking me, my heart was beating fast, sweat was dripping down my face, the lights were flashing. In the story, the author uses the past continuous to build up a series of actions that create suspense and tension. So you're going to write a narrative in the first person. First, you've just woken up here and you don't remember how you got here. Make notes about the following. What possessions do you have with you? How do you feel? Are you feeling okay? And write at least 6 or 7 adjectives to describe the setting. Is it cold? Are you alone? And what can you see? And then suddenly you remember that you met this man at sunset. So why were you at the lake with him? Did he give you something? Did you have to give him something? Did he tell you some information? And was he upset or angry with you? So it's all coming back now. Build the suspense and increase the tension. You come back to the present. You see the man in the distance. He is walking slowly toward you. You need to get out of there, so what do? How do you feel? Think of 4 suitable action words and write short sentences using the verb ending in ing. 10 minutes later, you're here, but are you okay? Time to leave the reader on the edge of their seat. Where are you now? What just happened? How did you feel? Finally, think of a question that keeps the reader guessing. What could happen next? So then, use all those notes to write your first draft. And after writing, use this checklist. Are there sentences of different length? Have you used questions to interest the reader? How many adjectives did you use to explain how you felt? And does the writing contain a few sentences with action verbs ending in ing? And now, since you can't really swap work with a partner, if you would like, you can post your narrative online, and I would invite everyone else to provide comments and feedback. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave comments, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.